everyone. I'm back. I'm live. Still trying to work with this hair, but I'm back. So, Magic Works. That is the name of this. Magic Works, you guys. Magic Works. Hi. I see you, Queen Wavy. How are you? I couldn't see the last name, but how are you? So we're gonna discuss magic. Okay, Magic Works. A lot of you guys have been witness to it. A lot of you guys are new and have done spells and they worked, and you were just, oh my gosh, I wish I could do a spell on his hair to get it to work. But I'm getting a lot of testimonies from you guys about spells that you've tried from my channel, your own spells I've done for clients that have been working really good lately for you. So, you know, it's all about being confident in your magic and your skills and your ability to manifest what you want as well. So I'm trying to get that glare. Let me just face it this way. There's like a glare coming from the sun, and it's just not a good let me see if I bring the light closer. That'll help. Anyways, I'm trying to fix that glare, but my big head is like an eclipse. It's not working. It's just not working. Thank you. I felt like being colorful today. So someone said my makeup was on point. Yeah, it matches my dress. But yes, so every time you do a spell and your magic works, you get more and more powerful. Like each spell that you do, each spell that you work, you gain more insight into how magic really works, and so you start, you know, changing it up a bit, or getting more confident, adding more, spell work to your list. You find new ways to do things, and your magic starts working for you really well. Okay, but you have to keep practicing. You have to keep going. Like if you just do one spell or spell work as you need it, you might not be as good as the next witch or practitioner who does it every other day or every week. So you want to keep doing spells, even if it's not for anything like in particular, even if it's for just, well-being, a peaceful home, communication, or, just something simple. At least you're still practicing, and you're in the vibration of practicing magic, and you're seeing it work around you. So therefore you have more faith and belief in yourself as able to create magic. So you might want to start doing at least one spell a week if you haven't been doing that, so you guys are starting to ask questions now. Okay, what is the difference between different types of magic, like Wicca, hoodoo, chaos magic, Wicca is a religion that practices magic, and so is voodoo. And hoodoo is folk magic. You don't have to have, you could be any religion. You don't even have to be in a religion. And it's just magic that like your grandma probably did, and you didn't know what she was doing, but it was really magic. It's like a southern mix of all the different types of people that were in America at the time. Black, African, European, French, Spanish, Native. So it's all mixed up together and just made like an eclectic mix of folk magic, and that's what hoodoo is. And also called root working as well, because they work with a lot of roots. Well, that's another thing. They work with a lot of roots that they had in the ground, herbs, stuff around the house. Okay, Wicca is more. It started like in the 70s or something. Some guy started that religion, and I forgot his name. I'm so sorry, but yeah, that's a religion that does practice magic with threefold law. Like, you're not supposed to do harm against other people in Wicca, but in hoodoo you can do whatever you want. You know, it's like, you get me, I'm gonna get you. So hoodoo is probably a little bit darker than Wicca. Okay. How long do you let your candle burn when you're doing head work? If you have a big candle and you just can't sit there that long, maybe you just let it burn an hour and like really concentrate on or meditate. You know, just be in the same room with it and be thinking about it if you don't have an hour to sit there. But I would say at least a good hour, because unless you get a chime candle, that will burn out faster than an hour, maybe like 30-45 minutes. So it's all up to you, but no more than an hour. You know, don't sit there and wait for something to burn 8 hours. Oh, someone said they did their first binding spell because I have a woman with 3 kids. I like her, but she doesn't like, oh God, where'd it go? But she doesn't like me. Will binding her bring her to me? Well, now that you've put that out there, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a bunch of messages under your nose. If she doesn't like you, it's kind of hard to bind someone to you that doesn't like you. They have to like you at least at first, you know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to bind someone that has no interest in you, you're not going to be successful. They have to have at least some type of interest in you, okay? Because there's nothing to bind to. You know, you're just going to bind her to not liking you even more. So be careful. Do you know how to do a coffee cup reading? Let's see. I've had this coffee cup up here for a long time, and it dried up in the bottom. Let me see. It says, "Go wash me." No. Tea leaf reading, yes. Coffee, no. I'm pretty sure it's similar to tea leaf reading. I do have a book and a little teacup with the drawings already in there, so you can read it easily. You can order that online. But no, I don't know how to read coffee. Do I have any new tips for people that are starting out who don't want to reveal what they're doing to their spouse? I feel like you just have to gradually start changing. Like, don't bring it all out at once. Just gradually, maybe wear crystal one day. The next day, you know, maybe start, you know, reading a book on something like metaphysical. Start off slow and introduce it to them, okay? Then when it won't just be, bam, I'm a witch, I practice magic, I do spells. It's like, oh, then you'll be able to explain yourself. You know, start by, you know, giving him books that will kind of help him understand what exactly you're doing. Like, start off with The Secret. You know, it's like, oh, here's this really good book, The Secret. It's about manifesting. Oh, here's this really book about, you know, healing, self-healing. Just gradually introduce him into that, like, light worker, magic, law of attraction stuff. And then if he accepts that, then most likely he will accept whatever else you got. You know what I'm saying? So start off slow, okay? Just start off slow. And if he says, oh, I don't like that, da, 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 then you already know he's not gonna be like, or he or she, I don't know, gonna be too accepting. Is there a spell to cut the connection between my future ex-husband before we break up? Okay. There's lots of spells, cord cutting spells, where you imagine like there's a cord connecting you guys, and you know, you go mentally and visualize yourself cutting them with scissors and walking away from that person. And this hair keeps sticking up. And some people do it with a real string, and they take dolls and then they cut it, and then they cut it, and then they like put the dolls in separate parts of the house. You know, it's psychological. It's mentally preparing your subconscious mind to separate. Okay, so there you go. How would I go about seducing a witch without magic? Okay. How do you seduce any woman without magic? Okay, that answer is very obvious. Okay, you already know the answer. I don't even have to tell you. Okay, you already know the answer. Okay, what do women like? That's how you seduce her. You give her what nobody else will give her. That's what you give her. You do things that no one else will do for her. That's what you do. That's how you get a woman without magic. Do things for her that she can't do for herself and that no one else will do for her. And you can figure out what all those things are. I've never seen you show yourself casting a circle in spell videos. I don't cast circles. I don't work that type of magic. I'm not okay. Casting circles is basically limiting yourself from anything, that is like any type of spirit. It's almost like, a lot of people say it's protection, but to me it's almost like fear. Like, if you're going to work with a spirit, why are you putting a circle around you? If you're going to work with somebody, are you going to go in a circle and say you got to stay out there, but I'm gonna work with you from in here? No. That's more of people who are summoning certain things that they might be afraid of or something like that. But for me, I don't have to cast a circle of protection or a circle because I'm already protected in my own way. You know what I'm saying? So the circle is unnecessary for me. Yeah, no circles for me. Because, okay, for example, if you're working with a deity, a saint, angel, a demon, whatever you're working with, um, y'all should already have a relationship, okay? If you're working with one of them, okay? You don't need to cast a circle if y'all in a relationship, okay? Because what are they going to do to you that they can't do to you when you're not casting spells? You know what I'm saying? Is it possible to summon angels? John Dee, he was an alchemist, magician, and all that. He claimed to have summoned angels, and I showed y'all this oracle deck a while back, the Oracle of John Dee, and he made a whole angel alphabet. That's where that comes from, the angel alphabet. And he figured out ways to summon the angels and through rituals. It's the same thing as conjuring a demon, but with angelic sigils and angelic letters. So he made a whole new system. A lot of people say he was a fraud or a scammer, and then a lot of people say, oh, he really did communicate with angels like Enoch. So it's up to you to believe, whatever floats your boat. How can you give a witch something that she never had when she can simply use her powers? I don't know. Has she ever had a faithful man? Has she ever had a luxury vehicle? Has she ever had someone pay all her bills? Has she ever had someone take care of her fully? The things women want sometimes are simple and sometimes they're not. Okay, if you say she's a witch, she could get whatever she wants. Maybe she don't need a man. Maybe you have to, women like to laugh. Women like to laugh, and women like to, do fun romantic things. So, and they like comfort. So, you just think about it. Be creative. Okay. Enoch was not an angel, but he turned into one. Supposedly, he turned into Metatron. Okay, Enoch was human on the earth that angels would come to and take up in their spaceship. I think they were aliens, honestly. And the last time they took him up, he ascended and he turned into Metatron. That's how the story goes. How would someone have a relationship with a spirit? You have an altar. You give them offerings. You spend time at your altar. You honor them. You research and study them. You study their aspects. You can just sit and talk, you know, to that aspect of the deity. And every day you kind of do something on your altar to acknowledge them. Like a lot of people will spray a cologne or a perfume or, you know, Florida water over the altar just to say, yes, I'm here. I recognize you here. You know, they will put offerings out. So doing that every day is building your relationship with a spirit that you're working with, you know. Find a picture of it, a statue, a sigil, a veve, or whatever, and set your altar up with it. That's how you build a relationship. Hi, La Bijou. La Bijou, hi. Okay, so La Bijou is who I'm working with. Actually, she's doing most of the work, but coming out with the new fragrance, not Sheer Star, but Star Goddess, the new fragrance Star Goddess. It's coming out in a few weeks maybe or less, but it will be available, and I actually picked out all the scents and the notes that go into the perfume. So she's on here. So hey, what's my sign? I'm a Pisces, born in March, not a February Pisces, but a March Pisces, just in case y'all were wondering. Okay. Why was Christianity created if it's false? To control people and to make people listen and to make people think that there's consequences beyond this earth of their action. You know, because back then people could get away with anything, but if you feared going to hell, then you might not do it. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have forensic files back then. It was a way to control the people. Yes. You can't be around a bunch of people. You lie and tell them if you do bad, you're going to hell. And then that way they at least behave. And you don't have to, you know, keep your eye on them so much. That's why they implemented Christianity to slaves as well, so they wouldn't run away or, you know, try to act up and, you know, not do what they're told. Because there is slavery in the Bible. You know, I'm drinking my water out of my water bottle. I forgot to bring a cup up here. What goddess would you recommend researching for help with personal transformation and becoming a new person? Transformation goddesses. Well, it depends on what you're trying to become, because, you know, it just all depends. But I don't know which goddess would be good for transformation. I have to think about that one. I don't know. Not off the top of my head. But becoming a better person, you know, you would work with someone like an ascendant being, you know, someone that ascended to master yourself, you know. Someone says Kali Ma, you would work with Kali Ma. Okay. Thank you for that. I couldn't think of that off the top of my head, but someone says Hecate. Hecate. Okay. Are Christian gods associated and praised in magic? Christian gods? Okay, Christianity only supposed to have one God. So I know Hoodoo uses the Psalms. I know Santeria uses the saints. But you know, most of the time it's like covered for a more cultural deity, you know, a disguise. So some Christian witches work with like Jesus and Mary, and, you know, like just like Santeria, or they just cast in the name of God, you know, or Jesus. It's the same thing. But they just, instead of using other spirits, they just use the spirits they know and the God that they know. So, you know. Someone said they used to date a witch and she did voodoo on him, and now he has gnats flying around him. Spray yourself with vinegar. They don't like that. Okay, get a spray with vinegar in it, and like mix it with mint, like a peppermint smell. So, and spray that around you, and they'll stop coming. Okay. Take a vinegar bath. Cleanse yourself. How do you use blood in a spell? You can put it on a candle, on a petition, on the herbs that you're using. That's how you can use it. And it's just supposed to make the spell more powerful by, you know, your intention is in that blood, and the vibration of your intention is in that blood, so it's going to keep it strong throughout the spell. Can you change your fate and destiny? Of course. You can always change your fate and destiny by the choices you make. Right? So, did I hear about the young man that went missing in Brazil? He was heavily into alchemy, and they think he was reincarnation of a famous philosopher. Ooh. I didn't know he went missing, but that would be cool. But they probably kidnapped him if he was, which is strange. Or maybe he just went into hiding, because alchemists are known to disappear. Okay? Can you practice the craft while being pregnant? Yeah, because you're even more powerful. You know, you're a gateway at that time to between this world and the spirit world. So you'd probably be even more powerful if you are pregnant. Yes. Is there a crystal or a spell to keep things non-romantic between yourself and someone else? Is it a girl or a guy? Because if it's a guy, that's easy. But they sell, like on my website, on Dark Realm, I have saltpeter. Saltpeter for sale. That makes them not able to have an erection. Okay. So they can't do that anyway. Oh, it's a guy. Yeah, saltpeter. It you put a little bit in their drink, and they won't be. It's like the opposite of Viagra. Okay, but you can't put too much, because you just read up on it on the internet. Just put like a teaspoon or something in their drink, or their food or whatever, and they won't be able to do anything. They won't even be able to get it up. So you just won't be able to do nothing. Did you use Magick to gain more success on your YouTube channels? I use Magick in everything. So I would have to say yes. I use Magick on everything. Even when I pack my kids' lunch, I'm like, don't let this food taste nasty when it, after it sits for 5 minutes. I mean, for 5 hours, But I put Magick in everything I do. Like, even on my makeup table, my vanity table back there, I have crystals and stones and stuff charging my makeup, with certain energy. So I use Magick in everything. I charge my makeup with Magick, That's why a lot of witches do that, Okay. Recently, I started reading Idiot's Guide to Alchemy. How was there a such thing as a religious alchemist? Well, back in the day, they would kill you if you said you worked for anything else but the church or God. So a lot of people just said that they believed in God and all that kind of stuff, so they could get funded to do their workings. Okay, so they had to put that in there in order for it to get published, in order for them to get funded, in order for them to do what they want. But like, if you ever read about a real alchemist, you'll see that they were actually doing other things on the side as well that nobody knew about. But for the church and the name and the funding, and so they wouldn't get killed, they had to use God. But just substitute, you can substitute the words for universe or dark energy, and you'll still get the same results. Okay. Many bishops were also wizards. Yeah. Many Catholic priests practice magic. It's most of the Catholic rituals are pagan rituals. They just do it in the name of Jesus. It's the same thing. And if you even think about it, Jesus is a cover for a sun god, a sun deity. So they're still worshiping the sun, just like they did in ancient Egypt. Same thing. That's why he rose on Easter Sunday. That's why he is the sun. That's why he's on, that's why he had that halo behind him, because he's a sun god, like Heru. So whatever they're doing, they're just plagiarized worship of a sun god. That's all it is. So whatever. If you worship Jesus, you worship Heru. That's it. You worship a sun god. So you can't argue with people when they tell you that, because that story came first. Then Jesus came second, and I don't even know if that was second, but he came afterwards. So it's the same principle. It's like, you're the sun god, son of God, sun god. Anyways, how do you tell if someone is practicing magic without giving away too much? How do I tell if someone else is practicing magic? You can get a card reading. Most of the time it's revealed in tarot if you want to. If you have your own tarot cards, or if you get a reading from someone, it should come up if you ask. I hate this stupid thing. It makes too much noise. I'm just going to drink out of it like that. Okay. Do you know the channel Infinite Waters? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Infinite Water channel. I used to watch him a long time ago until he changed. And then I had to go away because he became too fluffy. Like, too fluffy. And I don't like fluffiness. So, yes. Can I give a B-Day birthday shout out? Okay, Ari D. Leo, happy birthday. How you doing? Happy birthday. I feel like a DJ, you know how they call on the radio. Give me a shout out. So if you're confident in your magic working, it's going to work better each time you perform a spell. But if you're always doubting and saying, oh, I don't know if it's going to work, or if you're practicing magic on something that's hopeless, and you keep practicing magic on hopeless things, then you're gonna feel like your magic is not working. So you want to start off practicing magic on things that actually can be improved upon. People that will actually like you back in return. So be realistic as well. Right. I would say there's no rules, and there's not any, like, if you're practicing magic without there's no particular order on who you can work with, when you have to work with them or not. Because someone asked about, do they have to work with their ancestors first before they work with the deity? I would say it's good practice, but it's not necessary. So it says your candle burning can't burn for a week because you don't live alone. Well, buy chime candles. Those burn out, or a votive candle, and just do your spell with that. And a petition. If you can't leave it burning a week, and just burn one every day. You know what I'm saying? Get a little chime, or you can just burn a little bit of your novena candle every day, snuff it out, and then light it back when you get home. That's how a lot of people do. But a lot of people that want their candle to stay going the whole time, they hire someone else to do it. Like y'all can see behind me, I have candles going all back there for clients because I'm here and it's safe up there and I keep them going. You know what I'm saying? So I don't extinguish mine. Mine keep going. Okay. Yeah, you got to be careful what you ask for. Someone said they were envisioning a married person as an example of the perfect man, and during spell work, and they actually attracted a married man. And then they said the spirits have a sense of humor. Yes, they do. Yeah, that's why when you visualize something, you got to be precise. You have to be very specific, because if you're envisioning somebody's husband, you're gonna get somebody's husband, not your own. Be careful. What does it mean if the candle goes out before it's finished? That means probably it's not going to be completed, whatever you're asking for, or there's a delay. Okay. Hi, Leticia Perez. She has the same name as me. Hi. What is the best way to stop a spiritual attack? I'm experiencing one. I need to know how to stop it. I have all the symptoms. Ooh, take a cleansing bath first, like with basil and lemon and Florida water. Just mix it up in a bowl and pour it over your head in the bathtub. That will cleanse you of first, and then you would work or get protection from a deity, a spirit, or something to keep those things from happening again. You can also wear the stone lapis lazuli that also counteracts a spiritual attack. What are different ways I can use Come To Me oil, Love oil, and Domination oil? You can use them on candles. You can use them as perfume. You can put it on the person's shoes, pillows, clothes if you're over their house. You can pretty much make a spray with it. Mix it up with like some Florida water and just spray your house before they get home, or spray before they come over. And that vibration and that scent will be in the air, and you would put your intention into the bottle before you sprayed and stuff like that. So you can make a spray, wear it like a perfume, dab it on their pillows, bed sheets, shoes, clothes, whatever. Sometimes they're like colored, so be careful because they will stain. So make sure you like maybe dilute it with a carrier oil or some Florida water, like for a spray. Well, does it make spells work faster if you change your diet? I don't think so. I think all is mind, all is mental. So the magicians from a long time ago, they didn't have no special diet. Their stuff worked. They were even more powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it has anything to do with it. I think it's like just people saying that it does, but all is mental. If you are focused and your stuff, you're going to accomplish what you want. Most of the most richest famous magicians and rich people and they're not on no special diet. They just eat whatever they want, So I don't think it does. I think it's all in your mind and how you vibrate. Because let's face it, like if you're a vegetarian versus a meat eater, you're going to vibrate different on a different frequency. Not a higher frequency, but a different frequency. There's a difference, okay? You're vibrating on peace and love and don't kill any animals and oh, I'm so good. The meat eater is vibrating on eat, kill, do what's necessary to get what you want in this world. So they're going to have more energy to actually go out and make it happen. You're going to be up here saying, oh, if it happens, it happens. It kind of takes away that edge that you need. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it doesn't matter. I feel like people that are vibrating on different frequencies will get what they want on that frequency. You know, if you want love and happiness and light, that's what you're going to get. If you want to be paid, you want, you know, this and that, that's what you're going to get, you know. But usually people who are on certain vibrations, they want different things anyway. So their magic might not seem to be working as fast because that's harder to achieve, whatever they ask for, like world peace, versus extra money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? So you got to also think about that, what you're asking for, what you're trying to do the spell for. Okay, how do you dispose of spell remains? It all depends on what the spell was. There's different ways to dispose of different spells. So if it's something bad, you want to send it away from you. So whatever's going away from you, that's what you do with it. You can put it in the trash because the dump truck will pick it up. You can flush it down the toilet if it's flushable, or you can you know, throw it in a stream running the opposite direction of you. Some people throw it, you know, in the sewer. I don't know, but if it's a bad spell, send it away from you. If it's a spell you want to grow, like love and blah 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 blah, you bury it. Okay, if it's something you want to banish and get rid of, you could destroy it and leave it out for the animals. You know what I'm saying? Or you can bury it too, but in a bad place. Okay, bury it in a bad place, like the cemetery, a jail, the police station, or, you know, a bad neighborhood. Just bury it somewhere bad. Okay. Can third eye activation enhance your magic? Of course, because it helps you visualize more and vibrate, and it also helps you, you know, understand things on a higher level. You know, you'll see things most people don't. How do you go about collecting graveyard dirt? You go to the cemetery. Okay, first you got to pick a grave. Okay, it's very important. Don't just pick a random grave. I'm trying to stop this. If you know someone, like a relative, it's probably best to get it from a relative. But it depends on what you're collecting the graveyard dirt for. If you're just collecting it in general, you can just get it from like a non-grave, just in the cemetery itself. But if you want the grave dirt to have specific energy, you got to collect it from a certain person. Like if you want the grave dirt for, you know, financial reasons, you would go find a rich person who passed away and get their grave dirt. But, you know, you would ask permission, you would leave an offering, you might like bring a little plant or a little fake flower, and it make you look like, you know, you're planting it or putting it on the grave, and then you just bring a little spoon and you scoop a little bit of that dirt up and put it in a plastic bag, and they'll never know, you know, they just think you're putting a flower in. And then when you leave, you're supposed to exit out the cemetery either walking backwards, or if you're driving, you're supposed to like cleanse yourself first, like maybe bring some Florida water, a little spray bottle, and roll up all your windows, turn off your vents, because supposedly the spirits or whatever can leave out with you if you don't do that. So yeah. Where do you get dog and cat hair if you ain't got no pets? You can get somebody else's dogs and cat hair. I don't know. Go to a groomer shop. Go to a dog grooming shop, a pet shop, PetSmart. It's everywhere. You can find it. It's very easy. Grooming shops always have like hair floating around on the floor from when they cut the dog's hair off. So if you go into like a PetSmart near the grooming section, you can probably find some dog hair on the floor. Right? Okay. What do you use cat and dog hair for? Some people use them in breakup spells because cat and dogs are supposed to be like enemies and they fight. So they would use it in a breakup spell, you know. But I've seen cats and dogs get along too, so you never know. Let me see. How do I perform a cleansing bath with vinegar? With vinegar or without vinegar? You would just get a bowl and you would put, you know, some vinegar in there, some other ingredients or whatever, basil, lemon juice, whatever other cleansing herbs, and then you can get in the shower or the bath and just pour that over your head. Close your eyes though. Pour it over your head. That's how you do it. You don't fill the bathtub up with vinegar because that would take forever. You just get a little bowl and you douse yourself, and then it's in the bath water. You know what I'm saying? Should I worry about something coming back to me if I do a curse? Blah, blah, blah. If you believe in that, I don't believe in that. You know, when you give someone when you give someone a bunch of money, does it come back to you? Okay, why would you believe that something bad would come back to you if nothing good is coming back to you? You know what I'm saying? If you give someone $200, are they gonna, you know, are you gonna get $200 from somewhere else? You know, think about it like that, because we always try to think of negative things, and you know, if you don't believe it's coming, it's not coming. Okay, if you feel like it's coming, if you're thinking it's coming, you're vibrating on the frequency to attract something to come to you, because you keep thinking about it. So of course, if you keep thinking about it, yeah, sorry, somebody called, they interrupted me, but if you keep thinking about something, you will attract it to you. So yeah, if you think about it, if you feel guilty about it, yeah, you're going to attract the punishment. But if you don't feel guilty about it, if you're happy that it's done, and you know, good riddance, then no, nothing is going to come back to you. There are some numerology books on my website, on Dark Realm Online Occult Shop. If you want to go take a look, I'll link that down below after this is off, because I only have like 10 minutes left with y'all. But there's some good numerology books on there that y'all can order. Okay. Let's see. What is my view on tarot cards? I'm a tarot reader. I read cards. I read cards as a professional. So my view on them is good. You know, I like tarot cards. I have many sets. Okay, so I like oracle cards too, because they give you a lot of spiritual insight, you know, to answer questions that maybe the tarot sometimes doesn't answer, or more in detail, more personal, you know. Okay. Can we mix abundance and love spell to attract a wealthy man? Of course. It's called the Jezebel spell. I do have Jezebel oil on my site too. I sold out of the root, so it's not there anymore, but the oil is. What oracle cards do I recommend? There are so many oracle cards. I don't know. I like them all. I like all the ones that I have. But the Witch's Oracle is pretty good. This one, I like this one. And also the Halloween Oracle. That's one of my favorite. The Halloween Oracle is my absolute favorite oracle set, if y'all want to know. This one, this is my favorite because it's very deep. Okay. I also have the Halloween Tarot. A Halloween Tarot. So I really like the pictures on it. Y'all can see some on the back. Look how great the artwork is. And they're very simple, simply explained. And it does come with a book. So, yes. And the Witch's Oracle, this comes with a book too, and that's what the cards look like. So red and black back, and oh, I dropped one. And like, this is what they kind of look like. I like these. Very nice cards. What lipstick shade am I wearing? Ooh, you want to know? You want to know? I actually bought this lipstick today at CVS. I have it right here. It is about Wet and Wild, and it is in the color Oh My Dolly. There you go. And it is from CVS. It's like a matte liquid lipstick. It doesn't come off either. Okay. Is this my new witchy room? Yeah, this is my new filming room, witchy room / everything. Like, it's kind of dirty right now, but that's my little corner over there where I read. That's my cabinet full of supplies and witchy stuff. Those are some boxes I was using for shipping out my hoodoo boxes. That's my giant window altar back there. And that's more supplies and stuff in there. And then over here is my makeup vanity table. And then that's the bathroom. And then I have a closet somewhere. Oh, the closet's over there next to the vanity table. So that's my witchy room. It's kind of dirty right now, y'all. But I have a bunch of little Halloween stuffed animals over there. Isn't it cute? Someone's making a, hold on, I think I muted it. Okay, can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? How long does a binding spell last? You have to keep redoing it. If you're always fighting and it's, causing trouble, you're not letting the binding fully work. There's a lot of people that will do a binding spell and then explode on something like so silly the next day and then be like, oh, I'm so sorry, he left because I got mad. Stop making decisions based on emotions, and you won't have to keep redoing binding spells. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time when something is good, it lasts until something wrong happens. So if you didn't do anything wrong, then maybe you need to do a stronger binding spell. Maybe use some of his personal effects or her personal effects and keep it in the freezer. Don't, or whatever the type of binding spell you did, keep it. Don't throw away the remains. Keep it, because you want to keep it bound. Like, some people will do a binding spell and then unbind it when they feel like, oh, we're permanently binded now. Oh, let me undo this. Let me throw this out, and then everything goes wrong. That was your mistake. You don't throw it out. I'm trying to fix this now. Okay. So yeah, keep your binding remains. Don't throw them out. Let me see. How do you get rid of someone in your life? You told them you don't want to be with them or around them, but they stay and they don't get it. The hint: call the police. or invite your new friend over. Invite your new man over. Invite your new best friend over. In front of them, they'll leave. You can do a banishing spell if you want to use magic, but if I can take care of something without using magic, I will, because sometimes it takes long, but you do something in the physical world, it's quick. You get the results instantly. So you can do a banishing spell, or you can just do something very rude to let them know you don't want them there anymore. How can you get rid of a jealous coworker? Make her lose her job. I don't know. Do some banishing magic. Or maybe, I know a lot of people that do that. They want people to lose their job. What do you think about whispering in the dark, whistling, etc.? Please respond. I've heard tapping on my window in the dark, but I've never heard about whistling in the dark. Like, I've never heard whistling in the dark. I think it would be a little bit freaky at first, and I would be looking around. But I don't know. I never heard it, so I don't think about it. But I think some people say it's like, spirits or demons or something like that, but I don't know. There's old stories about stuff like that, but I've never researched any of them. Okay. Let's see. Another thing, like in magic, you have to use your own mind. You have to use your own brain. Sometimes the answer is not outside of yourself, it's within. You already know the answer when you ask certain questions. You know what I mean? It's just that you want someone else's opinion. But yours is probably going to be the best one that works, unless you feel like it's the wrong decision. You know what I mean? If you feel like your idea or your decision is wrong, that's when you ask someone else. But if you already know deep down inside if something is okay or not, then go ahead and go for it. But research, like, there's nothing better than doing your own research, because I could lie to you. I could say anything, and you would believe me. So that's why it's always best to do your own research. And plus, you'll actually learn more from doing research than you would by asking a question. Okay. Somebody, okay, I've been together for 9 years and I caught him cheating around on my birthday. Same guy I was talking about in the last comment. I've never, if you catch a man cheating, then, it's very obvious. Just break up with them, move out. Like, when he goes to work one day, when he gets back, don't have anything in the apartment, be gone. That's why I said you always have to have that breakup money. You always have to have that plan B. If you don't have a plan B, then you need to start having one and start saving so you can exit. As soon as he goes to work, the mover should arrive, move all your stuff out, relocate you to a different location, and when he comes home, he's single. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jasmine. Someone, they shared my videos with their friends about dark energy, and they love me, and they no longer accept karma. Awesome. I think if more people were to, understand that, the world would be a lot different. Okay. So anyway, I just had to pop on for, I think I've been on here about an hour, and I feel like, I gotta go because I do have a reading. And I can't keep them waiting. But this is going to be uploaded on YouTube, and then I'll put my store link in the description bar if y'all are wondering. Y'all can get all y'all's witchy supplies on there. And I'm looking into starting a glamour section on my website it's going to be called Glamour, like spelled, because y'all know makeup is glamour. Like a glamour spell. And I might start selling a few cosmetic products as well. So that might be in the future. I don't know. I'm still working on that, but it's in the works. All right. So, yes. I've done a beauty spell video. It's in my spells playlist if y'all want to look for that. But yeah, I'm about to go. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.